Hi and welcome back to Down the Shed with me, Jason. So here we have a nice simple little plane kit. Shouldn't take too long. We should get this in one take really. Got the mobile phone A12 Samsung, got the Panasonic Digicam, and we've got the laptop all recording. Trying something different. So here we have a 10 UF 50 volt electrolytic capacitor. Remember, these things are polarity. So long leg in the plus, short leg in the little white area on the silk screen. Grey shaded area on the capacitor also gives you a clue for the negative leg. So we all know the long leg's always positive, so don't worry about that too much. Let's get one of these starboard green LEDs in again, plus on the silk screen long leg. Actually, we're going to bend that over. I think we'll have those facing forwards like this. I'm not sure how this is supposed to go. I think they're supposed to go on the board, but I want it like this. We can always bend it upwards if we want to afterwards. But it's my toy, and as always we will modify, meddle and change colours and components to our own liking, so that'll do nicely. So we'll solder those three in, and this is like a quarter of the way there, fifth of the way there already. Let's get some solder. With the iron. There we go. Blow it nicely down. Oh, I can't wait till my fume extractor turns up. So a fume extractor is on the orders list. Got a digital microscope which will work with the laptop. So that'll be nice, be able to look straight ahead on a big screen while I'm soldering. And we've got a kit coming, an SMD clock kit. It is so going to need that digi microscope. Right, so that's those three done. Where's my other snips still out? I should have bought some new snips. I need new snips. Didn't like the way I snipped that joint a second ago. Might just add some solder to that. Just like so. Right. So that's one cap and two LEDs on board. Next we'll get the big chip in. So goalpost and little dot notch to the front with the notch on the silk screen. See how many of these are going to sit straight in. Not many. There we go. A little bit of encouragement from a straight edge. Is that going to sit? Yeah, it's going to sit nicely. Don't need to take that blue tack or anything. Do the corners. Get yourself a foothold. Like so. Opposite corners, opposite ends. Spread the heat around. Remember, we are going straight to chip. This is not a circuit holder or anything, chip holder. Keep doing alternates like this, and you won't put too much heat in one spot of the chip. that one in. So we'll get the little one in next. Again, keep an eye out for the notch. No little dot on this one, just a goal post. Sherlock, what are you up to? This one almost wants to be in. That leg wants to come out of there. These three want to go in a bit. No, that one's come out too far. Okie dokie, let's race with this. There we go, that's on. That ain't gonna hold tight though. Ooh, bloody hell. A little spot just to hold it in. Heat, solder. Same as before. That's that in. Right, the resistors, and we do have a little parts list. See if something can pick that up. As you can see, there are only 3 resistors. Only 2 are on the silk screen. So we've got R1 back here behind this little chip. We've got R2 up here by the battery. Then we have one here which is unmarked, so that can only be R3. However, we have 3 blue resistors. So we're going to have to do the old in the old jobby. What we got there? 955 ohms, so 1k. 1k is R3. Which will be this one over by the long chip. Got cocked or something, bloody hell. Right, we only need to test one of these 2 resistors because the third one can only be what it should be. Test it then. Thank you. So 5076, so that'll be the 5.1, which is R2. So that'll be the one up by the battery and between the battery and the chip even. Fucking hell. Why do some things just have to be a pain in the arse on the simplest things? Alright, that's that one in. and that leaves our one as a 10k. We'll double check it anyway, just to be sure. To be sure. 9768. That'll do for 10k. Nearly filled another hole by accident. Right, they're on anyway. So we ain't got a lot left now. So C2 is I think it's a 104. The 103. That's between R1 and the little chip. Is that a 555 by the way? Yeah, that's a 555 timer chip. Right, so 2 battery holders and a switch we'll do next. Put these battery holders on. So there's a little silk screen rectangle, that's the little line, not the line, that's that little like catch that stops the battery sliding all the way through. Put a bit on both sides just to make sure they sit. That side's pulling this side up a bit. Right. Now get tons of solder in these. Literally just pile it in. Like so. Really got well. When you see it take a gulp, that's good, because that means it's just flipping gone down through to the battery connector and really taken a good firm hold. I can see the solder around the base, which is good. That means we've got a nice anchor, because don't forget you're going to be manipulating these to get batteries in and out. So you really want a good anchor point. So we're nearly there. We ain't got a lot left to do. Switch. Now obviously the clicker is going to want to go to the outside. Plus on the silk screen we've got a little rectangle which shows the back of the switch. Again, especially those two end ones, really get that solder in there, anchor this puppy down. Don't forget this is going to be taking a lot of manipulation on and off, on and off. These are just about middle 3 power terminal, so enough in there to solder them in place, but you don't have to go over the town on them. You just need to make that connection. Like so. So we got a nice. Again, also don't spend too long on that. You don't want to overheat those terminals because it will screw the switch. Blue tack over there. Right. We've got 2 LEDs on this board, which we're going to have to remove it out. 4 LEDs on this board, sorry. So I'm going to do these 2 wing ones. And then we'll put it back in. So again, the other red on the port red, red left, port on the left I've got 4 letters and port is red. green is right, right and green are 5 letters, starboard. It's quite easy to remember. That way, if you see red on your left and green on your right, you know the vehicle in front of you, or the aircraft or whatever in front of you, is going away, boat is going away from you. If you see green on the left and red on the right, you know it's coming towards you. Right, so we can get that stay balanced while we solder. I don't know. Oh, we did for a moment. Oh, piss off. Oh, we got one terminal done. Alright, we've got 2 done. Just add a bit on that one. There we go, nicely. See what we can do over here. Well, the Yanks have just started a new series of Ghosts. That's nice. Means we've got about another 8 months to wait before we get it. Bloody hate waiting. So they've probably got another 18 weeks of episodes before we even get a glimpse of thinking about it. So 18 weeks, what's that? 4, 8, 12, 16, that's 4 months. Let's say 5 months. October, November, December, January, February, March. Yeah, it's going to be May, June, July time before we get season 5 Ghosts US. Sherlock! Bad dog! Stop thieving crap out the other side of the shed. Right, so now we get those N2 on the tail wing. So we've got 2 red and a yellow left, so we'll go yellows on here because we've got 2 and that's even. Should we leave them pointing up? Why not? Or shall we? It's up or back, we'll leave them up. So don't forget to check your positives. They're both, with the positives on these are on the inside, so don't get it wrong by putting them both the same way. Once we've done this, we put the last remaining red LED on the tail section. There will be a tiny bit of editing on this, but not a lot. And solder the 2 boards together, fit the batteries and test. This is soldering a bit weirdly. I don't mean the actual solder's weird, just the way I'm bloody angling it. Almost like doing it back to front, inside out. Right, that's this board done. So we'll slip that out. get the LED. Oh, I see. Okay, this one's going to be a bit weirder. This one we actually want to cut it and solder it almost SMD style to the board. That's okay. Just means you have to stay in memory of which leg is which. Okay, so I'm going to solder this one straight on the blue mat. Okie dokie. Now what we want to do is connect these two halves together. And the way we do that is we slide them into each other, like so. And you can see the tabs there on either side. We just solder all those together. Don't know why the top board has it on both ends. Because it's only the top ones that solder to the plane. So we'll get this back in the board vise. One of the best things I bought, this board vise. This was one of my early on purchases for tools. If you watch, or if you've heard of Wristwatch Revival, he's one of the channels that make watches. It's my favourite YouTube watch channel. And he goes on about the tools he loves to buy for his hobby. I don't love to buy tools because they cost money, and money is things I could be spending on things like this. But it is every now and again nice to get a new tool, like the magnifying glass, or even though it was a kit, the transistor tester. But the digital microscope was a necessary and fun item that we've got coming. So let that solder. I'm going to have to turn this. You've lost one of your camera views. Right, the cameras ain't going to pick up all of this because it's pretty hard to get it all on camera. I'm basically just feeding solder into those rectangles. And then making it into a puddle that stands top to bottom basically. So that's that side looking good. You might get a glimpse of it on the camera there. So this is the last two, and then we insert the batteries and cross our fingers. you get enough solder in, it really isn't hard to get these two boards to connect together. So that is all the soldering done. Told you this wasn't going to be a long one, so I'm going to show this camera. You can see those nice big thick solders connecting the two boards together. Now we've got our LED soldered to the board, the rest of it good to go. Let this camera have a look so it's clearer. I don't know what this camera's picking up. I can't see the other side. So, battery time. Have I lost the battery? No, there it is. Had to buy one £4 yesterday. If I'd have known that, I'd have bought another clock kit, because that was about less than £4 and it came with the battery I wanted. Basically, I don't need a 1220 sat in a little clock acting as a backup battery when it's not going to get used as a clock. I hope the switch is off. Nope, switch is on. Alright, let's click that off and then we'll... I think it's just a chasing LED. Let's push these batteries in. I think this one might have been a bit tight with the soldering. Right, okay, so here we go. Let's turn, oh, bugger. Turn lights off, like this big bugger here. That's giving us a bit. And power. It worked a moment ago. Well, it did work, because I saw it chasing as I went to put the battery in. Oh, there we go. Now it's working. That's weird. Okay. I'll hang all these up at 45 degrees because I like it better. So here we have, it'll chase red on the wings, green on the other wings, the two yellows on the tail, and then the top light. Let's get this one zoomed out a bit. So you can see the two reds on the left wing, the two greens on the right wing, the two yellows on the tail, and then the red. So that's a nice little kit. It's just a bit of fun though, isn't it? So that was the little aeroplane simple as you like kit. Simple 7 LED chaser circuit. I do like that though, it's fun. So that could go up on the shelf for success. Thanks for watching, like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next Saturday video, because these little ones I'm going to do for Wednesday videos, and the bigger videos are going to be Saturday videos, so you get something good to watch at the weekends. Speak soon. Shut up. No jumping.